can envision sort of the
Uh-huh.
future of VR, or if you can sort of like look forward,
Hmm.
where do you see it going in? And I know that's impossible, right? Especially with,
Yeah, yeah,
but if it's
yeah.
like things go the way that you would like it to go, where does this lead to in 5, 10, 15 years from now?
Oh gosh. Okay, so thank you for kind of like narrowing it down to if it goes the way I want, because yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
So to
you're
get
the visionary here, so let's envision.
a while back, I was saying to someone that access to these technologies is like a human right, right? And I know that that might trigger a few people, like, yeah, they are the basic things. But I think that when you think about, the affordances of these technologies, you know, you don't get to keep it away from some people. So the first thing that my future would have is that there is universal access to it. And if in 10 years things go the way I hope that they will go sooner, it will be a very different outlook, and engagement with the technology, because it will mean that when we have the spaces or the forums where people are getting together to deliberate on regulation and governance and all of that related to these technologies, that the representation there looks like the world, right? And then if it does do that, then how much more different will it be? Like, how will the outcomes change? And for me, I don't think that's something that we've particularly seen yet, where we're flipping sort of like, you know an exponential technology on its head, in terms of saying that the shaping of it is now really informed by like every last voice. I don't think the world has ever really allowed that to happen, and I wonder what will come out of it. I mean, it might be slightly chaotic, but it's kind of like chaos that I would look forward to, because it would be a significant shift in human thinking, right? To be able to allow that kind of like change of direction. And I think with that, I'm happy. I'm happy with the direction and the outcome, right? Because then all people can actively engage. But beyond sort of like that engagement in terms of shaping it, I look forward to all of these applications that I think will change everything. I often tell people that there can be a significant shift in terms of achieving SDG 4 in my lifetime if we're able to do the research that we need to around, an initiative like VR for schools, and deploy and get it to work. And I mean, I don't think a lot of people have actually sat down to think about what that might mean. But often I tell people that the African continent is the workforce of the future, right? Just looking at sort of like population growth and, the average age and all of that. And then imagine kind of like people there educated to like everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody has the chance to be educated to the highest levels. That's That's you know what I mean. No, but I was also going to say sort of like, even, I mean, obviously there's still like children in schools getting educated. One of the unfortunate statistics associated with Nigeria is that we have the highest number of out of school children in the world for any one country. And for me, I mean, I'm a psychologist, and I have some sense of sort of like some of the constraints, right, that are keeping people out of school in certain areas, and that there are a whole bunch of issues that you have to address to be able to, overcome them. And for me, I'm like, you know what? Imagine a situation where, as you're working to overcome those areas, you can send school to the child wherever the child is. And for me, that's like, imagine, and it's the beauty, right, of the convergence of these exponential technologies, virtual reality, like, artificial general intelligence and all of them, where heck, it might be a situation where I'm able to build something where you have a guide, along with sort of like the learning material virtually, who's supporting the child so that they can learn wherever they are, which really, really upends things. It's like, yeah, you're trying to keep that child sort of like locked in and away from these physical spaces where they'll have all these opportunities. But we want to make sure that whatever space the child is in is also space for growth and learning. So yeah, we'll see.
Well, it ends up being not just like the school of YouTube, but it ends up being like that school of AR and VR really for everyone.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's then the school of everywhere. Is probably how would describe it. So that's if we've gotten universal access. Then it's the school of everywhere because then everybody can engage and do that.
Yeah, I think that we have been talking about this idea of if all these technologies, if AR, VR, metaverse related technologies, it's so much about it connects back to sight, right? The focus of Internet
Hmm.
of Things, it connects back to what do you see? And if you don't
Yeah.
have the access to be able to see what other people are seeing, then you're at a disadvantage. You need to be able to
Yeah.
see, you need to be able to engage with it. It means so much for sort of connecting
Mhm.
everybody, and we need people like you to make sure that we all see it and know that we're missing out if we're not out there sort of supporting the whole world with these technologies.